Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever! Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be part 1 of a new Let's Play series. The previous 4 videos on this were absolutely let's try the game. This time we are in a sandbox map. Well, a sandbox map is wrong, that implies unlimited resources. We are in a free mode kind of map where there are no objectives, there are no campaign missions. We can do whatever we like to do within reason. We are beginning with $9 million. And if you want to play on this map, I used the map seed ConflictNerd. So, you know, if this is a map that you're interested in, do feel free to use that seed. We are going to begin in Colchester. Right here, sort of in the middle. Not perfectly central, but it'll do the job. Near Colchester, we have a coal mine. We have a coal mine. We have a goods factory, which will take, I assume, planks and plastic or planks and steel and produce goods. We have an oil refinery, which will take crude oil and produce either oil or both oil and fuel. We have a machine factory, which can produce tools and machinery. We have a quarry, which can actually hook up to the materials plant if I wanted to. Up this way we have some a farm, so we can get grain and livestock. We have another farm just there. We have an oil well over near Warminster. We have a chemical plant, which will take oil and grain to produce plastics. Quite close to this, unfortunately not close to an oil refinery. We have a couple of forests there near Warminster, quite close to this sawmill, very close to the sawmill actually. That might be a good place to look for the first sort of goods industry we're going for, but we're not going to be going for goods industry right away. What we're going to do is head to Colchester, and I'm going to put some bus and tram stations around here. I'm going to put one just sort of, let's see if I can orient myself. Let's see, navigable waters, contour lines. I'm kind of looking for... I wish I could see what direction I was facing. Like, I wish I knew what was north, what was south, what was east, what was west, but I guess this will do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bus slash tram station there. It's tempting to add tram lines. It is very tempting to add tram lines, actually, but I'm not really sure. I guess I'll do it to begin with. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one just here as well. I'm going to put one down here. Just in that corner. And then I want to put one over here, so I'm going to have to bulldoze some buildings to get this one. Or put it right at the end of that road. That'll work. Let's do that instead. So we'll put this one just... Well, the end of the road seems like a bad place for it, actually. Let's see if we can place it down here without removing too many expensive buildings. Technically, I could put it there, but that doesn't seem like a good location at all. Let's bulldoze you and you. A bit expensive to start with, but it'll do the job. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So obviously, we're not going to be going with trams just yet, but what I want to do is this station here can connect to Warminster and Buntingford. This one can connect to Partington. This one can connect to Altrincham. And this one can connect to Bingham. So basically, I want to create a whole bunch of bus lines that take us out to various cities. So what we're going to do is begin as we mean to go on. This one is going to be the Colchester to... No, I didn't actually create stations, did I? Whoops, my bad. Let's delete that. And let's go ahead and get ourselves some more stations. Now, these ones aren't going to have tram tracks, so they're going to be a little bit cheaper. And then this is just going to sort of go central Bingham. So, sort of there is my thinking. Unfortunately, I don't really want to get rid of multiple buildings. I kind of just want to get rid of one, if possible. What if I rotate it this way? Still getting rid of multiple. 715k to do that. That's pricey. Tell you what. Bulldoze you guys. And then throw this guy right in the middle. Just right in there. One building will be removed. Why? Oh, fine. There you go. So that's going to go right in the center of Bingham. Up this way, we're going to look for a bus station. I think there might be a good spot. So bulldoze you and look for a bus station on that little spot there. Oh, please don't bulldoze. Yeah, I guess that'll do. I guess that'll do for a location. There we go. Very expensive, but again, I'm hoping I can make this work. So that's those two sorted. We are going to need 3 more. So let's start over in Partington, which is going to have a bus station, hopefully somewhere right in the middle here. Kind of eyeing up this location, but I think it'll be a bit awkward. I think this might be a good spot. Very expensive buildings to demolish, though. 50k for those two. Let's go for it. So, rotate you. And you cannot construct there. That's a problem. Alright. Let's put it there. Ish. Let's put it there. And have the road go out to it. Why can I not... Oh, that works. Okay. What about a thicker road? That's not possible. That is possible. So that kind of works. Bit ugly, but whatever. So that's 1 station. Let's get a station down here as well. Those are quite expensive to get rid of. You guys are less expensive to get rid of. So let's just rotate like so. And run a little road through that gap so that it's connected to the road. Just like that. Beautiful. Alright, 1 more station is needed over in Warminster. Which is going to have to go probably over here. A bit expensive to get rid of these buildings, but probably worth it. Let's go ahead and rotate you. And probably going to have to get rid of a couple of buildings here, actually. Now that I look at it. Unless I can get you in the middle there. No. Okay. 60,000 to get rid of you. That'll do. Alright. So now what we do is we start creating our lines. So we're going to get a new line going from there up to there, which is going to become the Colchester to Bingham line. So Colchester to Bingham. So Colchester to Bingham is fine. That's line number 1. Line number 2 is going to be from Colchester up to whatever this place is called. So let's get you renamed as well. Colchester, so Colchester to Altrincham. That one. All right. That's fine. So that's our first 2 lines. Then this one goes down to Partington. Then this one goes over to these guys. So this station here might actually have some problems. I don't know how many lines I can add to 1 station. I guess we're going to find out. So this new line is going to go from Colchester to Partington, just there. So we'll rename you as well to Colchester to Parting, Partington. Okie dokie. And then 2 more. What I'm thinking, you might be wondering what I'm doing. You might be wondering why I'm doing this. Basically, my thought is that if I can get an empire built on public transport, I can fund the money. I can funnel the money from the public transport into industry. That's what I want to try here. So Colchester, Colchester. We just unlocked some trams. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned already. We are starting in 1990. So that is Colchester to Buntingford. Buntingford. That's quite the name. All right. Then we'll run another one from there to Warminster, and that's our final line. Okay. So Colchester, Colchester to Warminster. Okay. So that's all of our lines going back and forth out of Colchester, which is what we need. We do need 1 more line, though. And we are going to need some extra things in between. So I want to add a bus stop there. And there. And there. And there. Okay. Then create a new line. Now, this new line is going to start here, which it can do, which is good. Then it's going to run to there. Then it's going to run to there. Then it's going to stop at that bus stop. Then it's going to run out to there. Then it's going to hopefully stop at that bus stop, which is a bit of an awkward stop to have, but sure. Then it's going to stop up there. Then it's going to go there. That didn't quite work. It's got a lot of turning to do. Maybe we're going to delete line 1 until I get the bus stops correct. Alright, so that line now exists. It is the Colchester Loop. And my thinking is basically that's going to get people from station to station, and that's going to mean that people are going through Colchester to get to anywhere else, which is exciting stuff. So now what we need to do is get ourselves a road depot. And honestly, I'm thinking of just adding it to the end of that road, but I think I'll just try and add it into this little space here. Which doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. I could put it there. No, let's not demolish a building unnecessarily. We'll save some money if we just sort of put it there. Alright. So I want 3 buses going around Colchester. So we're going to get the Colchester Loop was... Oh, hello. I forgot we had these. So this thing can take 6 passengers. A little bit expensive, but we'll go for a few of them because it's kind of a good price. We'll go for a yellow on this. Buy 1, 2, 3. And set you to the Colchester Loop. So away you go. Then the rest of them are going to be orange. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And begin from the top. Let's do 1, 2, 3. And next one. 1, 2, 3. And next one. 1, 2, 3. The next one. And then a final 3 can go there. Alright. So that's going to start costing me quite a bit of money. But I have enough to spend at the minute. And the hope here is that this will actually work. There's no guarantees, but I'm excited to try. We should eventually see people going around Colchester via, via the little car. Which will be interesting. It's just going to take a little bit because we need to wait for these guys to, actually be interested in using them. But I'm excited to see if they do. Currently no one waiting there. I can't actually see. You'll see the little yellow icon if there's actually people waiting. Which currently there isn't. Oh, hello. There are actually a few people waiting there. Or there was someone waiting there. So you have a passenger. You have 2 passengers. Who I assume are going to get off there. I can only assume. Yeah, they did. Or one of them did. I think you still have 1 passenger, right? Yeah, so that's alright. Immediately, there are people that are waiting about. And there's people waiting down here. Okay, this might actually work. This might actually happen. There's some people waiting here as well. They're going to be waiting for a while. Honestly, I'm feeling like we probably do want to go ahead and get more buses, more little vehicles, but we'll see. So Colchester's population is currently 370. In terms of jobs and shopping facilities, I mean, there is a desire for goods and food and tools, but I'm not too interested in dealing with that just yet. 1.43 thousand there for that. That was a nice little turnaround. Alright, these guys are going to take some serious time to get there. Good lord. What have we just got? A new train? Okay, so there's people waiting down here as well. Quite a few people waiting. Maybe we add more vehicles to all of the lines. Maybe 3 more vehicles per line. Let's give it a shot. Buy some road vehicles. Get this little fella. Let's get 3 more yellow ones. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 more. That'll bring us up to 10 for Colchester's line. So Colchester's loop has 10 of those. Then the rest are going to be orange again. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to set them back on each line. And we'll go down to the Bingham line. 1, 2, 3. And then the Buntingford line. 3 more to the Partington line. And 3 more to the Warminster line. Okay. So those guys are all heading out. That's going to mean that people are going to get picked up as well, which is great news. So you're going to head in there and you're going to drop off nobody. That's no big deal, though. You are also dropping off nobody. But there are plenty of people waiting. Was that wasn't one of my vehicles, was it? Look at this thing. Oh my god, look at that. 17320. You have a fancy car. That's going to be the I'm tempted to make that the thumbnail. Although that would be a nice thumbnail. No, that's not a nice thumbnail. Let's see. Where are we going to get a nice thumbnail shot? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's going to be the that's going to be the thumbnail for this video. I think. We'll say it's in the running to be the thumbnail for this video. There might be more. We'll see. What else have we got? Anything else nice looking? That's alright. That's not so bad. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, that one's quite nice. You have a terrifying face in there, but that's not a bad one. Maybe we'll go for you instead. We'll see. Just grab that as a screenshot as well. All right, so let's just get the simulation back up and running. Very cheeky of me to be taking thumbnail shots during the video. Very cheeky. Yes. So you're heading off to... Where are you off to? You're going to work in Buntingford. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That vehicle has 4 of 6 passengers. A lot of vehicles heading out that way. Good lord. Oh, that's really cool to see, though. Then these guys are coming back. Some of them, I assume, will have passengers. Yeah, you're going to a shop. Okay. Anyone making money yet? Not currently. The Colchester Loop especially doesn't seem to be making much. It's trying, but it's really not making much. But that's fine. I don't expect this to make me money right away. I do, however, want to see the population of Colchester and see if it's gone up at all. Oh yeah, 414 already. 419. Yeah, we really aren't making much though. There's no guarantee that this is going to work. But we have the money that if this goes horrendously wrong, I can sort of, you know, go for some other method of making money. So I think we'll be okay. Just got 12.4 thousand from something over there. Good lord. Oh yeah, no, the Colchester to Bingham line has just started making money. Which I'm quite okay with. Oh yeah, Colchester to Bingham is slowly getting there. I think it might just end up being the loop itself that ends up being the thing that doesn't make money. As for you, you're coming in with 6 of 6 passengers from Warminster. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see how much you end up making. 12.8k. Okay. So, it's not impossible to make some decent money, is what this tells me. Like, it's sort of getting there. The income isn't going to be huge right off the bat, but what I am noticing is that we are getting there. The population is sort of slowly increasing. I think it might have gone down a little bit, actually. But we have all of these guys, you know, working in and around Colchester. We have a lot of people going to and from Colchester. Couple of people waiting in Warminster. Not that many. One person waiting there as well. I guess my biggest worry is that people are just going to straight up stop using public transport. What I will say is it's very interesting to see that the Colchester Loop has actually made a profit there and is continuing to do so. So I think what might be happening is that now that we are getting a lot of people coming in from other towns, people are going from like this station to that station via the Colchester Loop. So the Colchester Loop is in a situation where it can actually just consistently make money because it's quite a short trip. So that's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. The only one that isn't making money at the minute is the Altrincham line. The Bingham line's doing really well as well, though. I think the reason this one might not be making much, though, is because I don't think there's much of a population up that way. Actually, in saying that, there's a few people waiting. Huh. Yeah, population of 137. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What about Bingham? How are you doing? What's your line usage? 8%. Your population is... displays if land use grows or shrinks. So you're currently expanding. Colchester's up to 427 people. Okay. I mean, you still absolutely need to get yourself some facilities. Oh my god, there's so many people waiting here. Look at this. That's kind of cool to see. Kind of makes me think that we probably want to get more of the Colchester Loop vehicles. Oh my god, my money is actually increasing. Money is legitimate. Oh, look at this. The Buntingford line just brought in a big lump of money. The Loop's making money. This is actually profitable. This is actually proving to be really profitable. That's kind of excellent news. Oh my god. I'm gonna spend some money on trams, I think. I want to see if I can spend some money on trams. Let's add a tram line there. Let's get a tram line there. And let's bring the tram lines basically around to, oh, that's tanking frame rate a little bit. That's fine. Bring the tram line around to there. So like that. Then bring it over to there. Then up to there. Because trams might be a better way to get people about. The buses can still exist, but the trams are going to be much more... Oh, the downside there, though, is the Colchester Loop will suddenly be a little bit less effective. That's kind of the risk. So maybe... I mean, trams, I assume, are going to be more expensive to run as well. That's something to be wary of. Now, the question is, that's a tram depot. So the tram depot can live... actually, there, probably. Is probably the better spot for it. So let's run a tram depot from there. Let's go and upgrade that little stretch of road there. And what I'll do is I'll get like one tram. What is the highest capacity tram we have? That one's steam. 7 passengers, 9 passengers, 11 passengers. Okay. Running costs pretty high, but you're quite fast. You're an electrical tram. Oh. Oh. So, that actually wouldn't work. We would need... I assume an electrical tram isn't going to be an option. I actually have no idea. So if I do that, and I do that. Now that's expensive. The question becomes, can I run an electrical tram? We are going to find out. Is what we're going to do. It's expensive to upgrade all of these roads, but we're going to find out if I can run an electrical tram around here. Or if we're going to need to suddenly find a way to connect up the power lines to this town. And by connect up the power lines, I don't even know if we have electricity anywhere. I don't know if this is actually a thing. So, I'm curious. But the electrical trams would... Oh, that looks like a bus. That is a bus. We are going to get new buses. Let's get ourselves one electrical tram. It's going to be green. And we're going to buy it. So it's going to sit there for the time being. And what I want to do is create a loop just going from... Let's see. So that is going to be there to there. It's basically a direct way of getting between stations, which I'm okay with. So line 1 is going to become the, I guess, just Colchester tram loop. So Colchester tram loop. And we're going to set you to be in the Colchester tram loop. So there it goes. And that thing's got to be more efficient than, Is it going to move? Oh, there you go. Wait, what the heck is it doing? No path electric. What's the problem? Did I not connect something up? Did I miss something? Oh, I absolutely did. Okay, my bad. Let's just upgrade that road to have some electrical tram lines, because I completely messed that up. There you go. So that'll work. The tram should now be able to leave. There we go. That is pretty cool. I'm curious to see if it's going to get used that much, because I'm noticing fewer passengers on all of my lines. Definitely noticing fewer passengers. But we'll see. We'll totally see what happens. If that thing gets a bit expensive, then we're not going to bother with it, but I'm definitely curious. What I will do is immediately go ahead and look at buying road vehicles. Now, this thing here is immediately 8 passengers. So, is there an easier way to do this? If I say that the Colchester loop needs to... When you get to 25% of your lifespan, I don't want you to automatically do that, though. Okay. We're going to pull all of the vehicles off of the Colchester loop. So go back and get sold. And then we're going to put 10 new vehicles on the Colchester loop. So buy me a bunch of these in... Let's go for a blue, that kind of bluish color. So they're expensive, but they're quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those are going to go on the Colchester loop. There we go. So some proper blue buses are going out. My voice is just not holding up today. It's good. So some proper blue buses heading out there. Bit more expensive to run, but hopefully they are gonna do some good stuff. That's the hope anyway. Where's the tram currently? There's the tram. Does it have any passengers? I think it does actually, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got 11 of 11 passengers. Okay. So how much money does the tram make? That's the real question here. The tram is pulling in there and is going to make me... How much? 3.1k. Okay, that's not bad. In terms of money, the tram isn't really making much, but these lines are trying. This line's trying. I think what might be a good idea then is to go to the Warminster line and pull everyone off of that. So sell all of those vehicles, and then we'll get 6 new vehicles for the Warminster line, which is going to be... I'm going to say... I think we'll go with sort of we'll go with that kind of green there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and set you to go to Warminster. So we'll start with that for the new line of buses. The Warminster line can be the first to experience the new buses, which I'm sure is exciting for them. Still a decent bit of money rolling in around there. 12.9k from that line as well, which is always good. This is actually working. And if we look at Colchester, population's 527. That's ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. If we look at this place, the population is 157. So I think everywhere is experiencing growth from this. I think this series of, you know, this public transportation is just affecting everywhere and helping everywhere to grow. Which is pretty cool. That is legitimately pretty cool. Alright, here's what we're going to do next then. We're going to go to the next line. We're going to go to the Partington line, which is currently making a bit of money, but that's fine. We're going to sell everything on that. We're going to go here. We're going to get ourselves some buses in, I think it was that green. Or it was that one. I don't know what green it was. I think it was that one. We'll go for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go to Partington. There we go. So those guys are off on some serious business. Are we making money? Oh yeah, we are. We are absolutely making money. This Bingham line is ridiculous. This Bingham line is so profitable. And I'm so okay with that. Alright. So what else can we do? I mean, we could absolutely look into trains as a thing. Like if we wanted to have, you know, trains running through here, if we had a train that ran from Bingham to Buntingford via Colchester. My only worry there would be that we'd potentially lose money overall because we'd be splitting our passengers between our services. So it feels like if we were to run a train line from Bingham to Colchester to Buntingford, we'd get rid of the buses that go between those two and get rid of the buses that go between those two. That seems like it would be a good idea. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it, really. It's definitely a weird one. I'm fairly confident that we're making money, right? Total is that's what we've spent overall, right? Yeah, we're making money. Look at the chart. This chart has a positive gradient. That's good. That's growth, right? Or what is that? I don't know what that is. What is this? Don't know what this is either. That's fine. Yeah, no, I would say that, I mean, there's so many people waiting here. Where are you going? You're going to Bingham. So the Bingham line needs an upgrade. So what I think I'm going to do is rather than deleting the vehicles first, we're going to buy some road vehicles. We're going to go for this. We're going to go and get them in that green that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're going to go straight onto the Bingham line. Because the Bingham line is very, very busy. So if we can hopefully, you know, if we can sort that as quick as possible, that's going to be for the best. Then if we go here and send you back to the depot and just start clearing vehicles off of that line that are a little bit outdated, we can keep the line open, keep the line functional and all that. But this way we get rid of the old vehicles, which is what we want to do. So clear out all of those guys. Then we just need to sort the Partington line and the Old Trincham line. Still not okay with that name. Now, interestingly, the Partington line is losing a bit of money there, but this Warminster line just brought in a bit, so I think the Partington line might recover. I think. The tram loop is losing money, though. So it's possible the tram loop is... Yeah, it's possible the tram loop is a bit outdated. Not outdated, just not necessary. We'll see. We will certainly see. Quite a few people waiting down there. Not that many people waiting in Partington. Ooh, the temptation to, you know what? I might actually extend my loop around all of my other places so that people can actually get a bus to a station. That might be an idea. That might be an idea that I quite like. So I think I'm going to have to extend my public transportation loop pretty much around all of the other towns so the people in those towns can get to the station, to get to Colchester, to get to where else they want to go. That seems like a good idea. Let's do that.